Tell Us Another One is brought to you by Mad Marco Enterprises. Show idea, concept and design by Marco Liberati. Please enjoy the show. Cheers!
Tell Us Another One, a show with tall tales, jokes and antidotes. And now please welcome your host, Marco Liberati.
Thank you. So I'll tell you a little story. What I do on the weekend, last weekend, it's therapeutic. I enjoy gardening. So I was in the front yard doing some gardening, just trying to wind down and de-stress after a heavy week. And then I hear this noise, and it's right in my face. It's like nails down a chalkboard. I hear this ear-piercing da-dee, 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 and it just goes on and on. It didn't stop, and it was like it was right here. And I'm like, where the hell is this noise coming from? Now, inside my head, I've got the angry man voice, like... I've said it before and I'll say it again, I've got the look of a hitman or a rough dude or a heavy and the voice of an accountant. So I'm a gentle-natured person, but I don't look it. But internally, this voice came on that matched the exterior. I was like, what the fuck is that? Right? And I'm looking for this noise. I'm like, what is it? Is there a police car? And is there an ambulance? Is there a fire alarm going off? Is there a smoke alarm going off in the house? I found the source of it. It was coming from across the road. So across the road is an Indian family, and they've got a swing set out the front, and the kids play out the front yard. And I've had a look over the road, and there's a guy there, the father, completely oblivious to what's going on, and he's just on his phone and completely ignoring this da-dee, 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 da-dee. Finally, I go over there, and I'm like, excuse me, hello. I just had to sort of break his concentration from the phone there for a second. I said, you must be da-dee. Your daughter's waiting for you to push her on the swing. She's been calling you for the last 10 minutes. Da-dee, da-dee, da-dee. Oh, my God. So anyway, the mum comes out and she goes, I'm very sorry. He's not the father. He is the smoke alarm. So she was funny. She was good fun. Anyway, the next day I heard another noise and it was, again, da-dee, 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 but this time it was the fire brigade. Sorry, no, it wasn't the fire brigade, it was the police. They came over because before that there was another noise, and it was this. It was, nee, nee, nee. And that was me with the angle grinder cutting the swing set down. Yeah. And then the police came, took me away. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Yeah. There was one more noise, and that was the fire brigade. It was the fire brigade this time because I burnt their fucking house down. There you go. Thank you very much. And joining me for Joke Off today is local comedian. Please welcome to the stage, Billy Stiles. Hey, Billy.
You on?
Oh, we're on. Hey, very good. And your good self?
Good.
Thanks for joining us today at Tell Us Another One.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being part of the show. How you been?
Good, mate. Busy.
Good. Been busy?
Busy,
gigging?
yeah. Getting around, doing gigs everywhere.
Excellent. Where can the good people of the Tell Us Another One audience and people at home see you gigging around?
You can see me at the Comics Lounge sometimes, and right. I'll do clubs around, clubs like this, around the suburbs as well, and
excellent.
I do a lot of work in the country as well. So.
Now, if you want to go and see gigs around Melbourne, there's some great Facebook pages. Get onto the Melbourne Comedy Scene or the Melbourne Comedy Hub. Get on there, you'll see, you could literally go to Melbourne any night of the week and you can see comedy, I think, 7 days a week, and there's great rooms out there. Go and support your local Melbourne comics and the comedy rooms out there. Now with that, you've got a joke for us. Got a joke.
So a lady gets on a bus with her baby, and the bus driver says, geez, that's an ugly baby.
Oh, okay.
And she gets pretty upset. And she goes and sits up the back of the bus next to this guy, and she goes, the bus driver just insulted me. And the bloke goes to her, go have a word to him, I'll hold your pet monkey.
There you go. Excellent. Actually, speaking of monkeys, I'll tell you this one. It's a bit rude, but look, I'll tell it anyway. And there's a truck driver, and he's driving along, he picks up a hitchhiker. And the hitchhiker jumps into his truck, and they're driving along. And then the truck driver goes, oh, mate, can you open the glove box? opens the glove box, monkey jumps out. Monkey jumps over in the middle between the two of them. The truck driver gives him a smack on the head. The monkey goes over, unzips him, gives him a blowjob. Shocking, right? But impressive at the same time. You don't know how to react, do you? You don't. How do you react to that, right? Anyway, the passenger goes, that's amazing, mate. He goes, what's going on here? He goes, oh, mate, I go on these long drives for days on end and I get bored and that just, keeps me alert, keeps me awake and I keep on trucking. He goes, wow, that's amazing. He goes, mate, can I have a go? He goes, yeah, if you like. He goes, yeah, just one thing, just don't hit me on the head so hard as you did the monkey. Bit of role reversal there. There you go. All right.
All right.
How do you follow that?
Oh, you can. You do this.
This is how you do it.
So
Cool.
there's a guy, right? He's sitting in his lounge room. He's a pretty lazy dude, and he's like, he hardly ever gets any visitors. And there's a knock on the door, and he's like, oh, that's weird. No one usually knocks. No one usually comes around here. But I better get it. And he walks out there, opens the door, and no one's there. And he's looking around. He's like, who was that? And then he looks down and there's a snail on the mat. And he just picks up the snail and just throws it as far as he can. And he just goes back inside. And then 6 months later, he gets another knock on the door and he's like, that's weird. 2 in 1 year. And he goes, oh, I better get it. Missed the last one, And he goes out, answers the door, looks around, no one's there again. He looks down and there's a snail on the mat and the snail just goes, what was that about?
Excellent. All right. So with Joke Off, we tell a joke, we tell another one, and we just keep going backwards and forwards. Normally we do a couple each.
Yeah.
And I've actually forgotten my next joke.
Do you want mine?
You got a spare one for me?
Um,
There you go.
So I picked up a hitchhiker once, just to see what it was like. And we were driving along. There was a lady. I wasn't going to pick up a guy. That was too risky. And she goes to me. We'd driven about like 2K, and no one had said anything. And she goes, "Thanks for picking me up. Like, I could have been a serial killer." And I said, what are the odds of us both being serial killers? It's a pretty quiet trip after that.
I'll tell a joke. It's a really short one. It's a pretty quick one. I've been told by others. They've gone, "Hey, Marco, you talk to yourself quite a bit." And my response to that is, well, look, sometimes you just need an expert opinion. There you go. So that's it for our Joke Off segment. How about a round of applause for Billy Stiles? Thanks for joining us for Joke Off. And of course, you'll be seeing Billy at the end of the night doing his stand-up routine. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Stiles. Thank you. You're kidding me. In all my years of service, I've never seen such a sight. Would you take a look at that? Eating while you're driving. My God. Just when you think you've seen it all, eh? I know women are good at multitasking, but this is just taking the absolute piss. Pull over! Pull over! This is the police! Pull over! Pull over! Finally. Right. Okay, let's see what this is all about then, shall we? This will be interesting.
Oh no, what is happening? Hello, Osipa.
Oh, hello, driver. I saw you knitting in your car from 4 blocks away. What's going on here?
Sorry, Osipa.
Tell you what, I've had the sirens blasting, I've had the foghorn blaring, I've been yelling out, pull over, pull over. Can you explain what the hell's going on?
Sorry for the confusion. It's not the pullover. It's a scarf.
It's a scarf, is it? Right. God, Jolly good. Well, thanks for clearing that up. You have a good day. Cheers.
Hey. You alright, Marco? You
Oh, Dougie.
look a bit down, buddy.
No, man, I am, mate. It's not good.
Yeah? Well,
Oh,
you can tell me, mate. I'm all ears. What's up?
oh man, you know, Alejandro?
Yeah. Nice guy, good looking guy.
I was in the urinal the other day, and he was in the cubicle next to me,
Yeah.
and I saw it. Saw his old fella.
Oh,
He's got a big one.
wow.
I asked him. I said, "Hey, Alejandro, man, that's some big equipment you got there, man." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "It's a secret. There's a secret."
Secret.
And regretfully, I asked him, "What's the secret?"
Yeah. Well, what is the secret?
Oh, he told me,
Yeah?
and I regret asking him now.
Oh, well, would you mind telling me? Because I'd like to know, not that I need it, but yeah, no, just curious. So, what's the secret?
I'll tell you, but
Yeah.
be careful,
All right.
because he said the secret is before you make love to your beautiful partner, you get the old fella out
Yeah.
and you smack it up against the bedpost
Oh.
3 times, really hard, and then it swells up,
Well, I would, yeah.
it goes numb, it desensitizes, yeah, and you make love all night long, and over time it gets bigger and bigger.
Oh, wow.
That's his secret. I thought I'd try it.
Yeah.
Last night I got home,
Yeah.
the wife's asleep in bed, so I'll surprise her,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, I get the old fella out, I smack it up against the bedpost 3 times, really hard. And the wife, she woke up and she says, "Alejandro, is that you?"
I feel you, brother. I'll get you a shot, mate.
Thanks, mate.
You'll be all right.
So, what we have here are the remains of someone who's died in their 20s. Date of death has been marked as the year 2023. As you can see, 5'4", brittle bones indicating a vegan diet. Probably a Karen.
How can you tell?
Well, as you can see here, all Karens have mental trauma burnt into the inner lining of their skull.
Is there any way that we can identify these bones?
Diagnostics are still running some tests as we speak, but what we can know at this point in time is what the gender of the person was.
Well, that's good. Were they male or female?
Neither. What we have here are the classic remains of a pansexual.
What?
Pansexual. Someone who's not limited in sexual choice in regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity.
How can you tell?
Well, if you have a look here around the heart area, see how fragile the bones are there compared to the rest? Yeah, that would indicate they were suffering from snowflakeitis, an incurable disease. In fact, to this day, we still don't know much about it. Like, we don't know how it takes, how it progresses. All we do know that once you get this condition, you deteriorate rapidly.
I see.
Fragments in the finger bones here would indicate someone who has a womb, or identifies as someone who has a womb, or has a small penis.
I always thought that biologically, bones are either male or female.
Yes, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Okay, now coming up to the stage is our special guest comedian. So how about a nice big round of applause for our guest comedian. He's been gigging all over Melbourne. You can see him at the Comics Lounge. He's been at comedy festivals. He's travelled Australia. He's been to Sydney. He's been all over Melbourne. How about a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Billy Stiles. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of comedy. No one's heard of me though yet. I'm not a household name, and that's okay. I'm used to that because, like, I grew up in a big family. I had 4 sisters and 1 brother. I wasn't even a household name in my house, you know. And I used to ask Mum, I'd say, where am I ranked, Mum, you know, because parents have favourites, right? And she wouldn't say, she'd say, no, I love you all the same. But, like, I knew I was down the bottom somewhere because, like, they wouldn't tell me when Tim Tams were in the cupboard and that, you know. And then I actually found out that I was the least favourite member of my family about 10 years ago. This is a true story. When the others went on Family Feud and didn't tell me. I'm watching it one night and I'm like, I know those people. Yeah, and they won 10 grand as well. Yeah. So I'm thinking, no, I was thinking they were going to split it with me and they didn't. And that's all they talk about now. And, like, and they've all got money. I need the money the most. Like, I'm door dashing after this. You could get KFC from me later. You'd be like, good set tonight, but where are my nuggets? You know? It's good to be in the suburbs. I'm from the suburbs, Bundura. It's a good suburb. We've got 2 universities and no people that went to uni. I think we'd probably all agree that in any suburb we've got too many bins at our house. What do you reckon? Like, I remember we used to have 1 and it was fine. Now we've got 4 now in Bundura. We got a new purple one for glass. So now we've got a yellow bin, a green bin, a red bin and a purple bin. I came home half drunk one night and thought the Wiggles were in my front yard. One was on the ground. I said, "G'day, Jeff. How you going, mate?" What's happening? I don't come home drunk much anymore. I gave up drinking, and I gave up drinking alcohol. And I will say this: it's balanced out my life. My weekends are now just as shit as the rest of the week. So my main habit now is Googling. I've got a Googling problem. Like, I'll be Googling when I've got important things to do. Like, I'll have a tax return to do or a bill to pay or something, but I'll be sitting on the end of my bed going, I wonder what the cast of Dawson's Creek are doing right now, you know? And just spend hours on that. But I love Google because it's like 6 days quicker than my brain, you know? I want that kind of speed in my brain. You know when you bump into someone at the shops and they know everything about you and your family, but you're just staring at them going like, who the hell's this guy? But then 6 days later at 2 a.m, your brain just wakes you up out of a dead sleep and goes, his name's Patrick. He's your brother. And you're like, oh yeah. That's that guy from Family Feud. He owes me money. So I like Googling. It's my favourite technology. I like the self-serve checkouts as well. The robots at Coles and that they have. Because I'm antisocial, you know. I just like getting the shopping done and getting out. But the other day I was in there and it was early in the morning and the self-serve was roped off. And I said to the lady, like, why can't I use the self-serve checkout? And she said, they don't start till 7. I said, they like a bit of a sleep in, do they? So it's a good time to be a robot. It's a good time. One thing I do hate is about technology is I forget my passwords all the time. Like, I was looking for a job on seek.com. I was trying to log in, actually, and I got my password wrong 3 times. And they said, that's okay, just answer this secret question and we'll log you in. And then I got that wrong too. Which is weird because I designed that question myself. I must have been trying to confuse the person that was trying to break into my seek.com account and ended up confusing myself. So I had to go to the help centre of seek.com, and that's embarrassing because, like, I'm looking for a job and they're like, this guy can't even log in. You know? So I had to answer a few questions there, prove who I was and stuff, and then I got they sent me back to the start and they go, you can reset your password now. So I put a password in there and they go, you can't use that one, that's your old one. So it turns out I could remember it, just not at the right time, you know. Anyway, I eventually found one that I could put in there, you know, that wasn't one of my old ones. And I put that in there and they go, well done, great strength password, you know. They go, you've almost logged back into seek.com, just one more question. Are you a robot? And I'm thinking, I don't know anymore. Like, how would I know? And is that the question that stumps the robot, you know? And then I started imagining a robot trying to break into my seek.com account. Imagine that, there's a robot sitting at his robot desk with his robot mate. And he's like, hey Warren, I've almost broken into this bloke's seek.com account, but get this, they've just asked me if I'm a robot. Like, what do I do? You know I can't lie. I should have kept my old job, Warren, on the checkout at Coles. Like, it was a good job. Like, we could sleep in every day. It was amazing. No, so I've given up on my bad habits now, guys. I drink a lot of water now, you know. They say you got to drink like 3 litres a day to be mildly healthy. And I used to drive a truck for a living, and I remember one day I was driving up to Albury to see my sister, and I thought, if 3 litres of water is good, imagine how good 10 litres would feel, you know? So I thought, I'm going to see how much water I can drink today. And I got like 8 litres in, and I was on the Hume Highway and I was getting dizzy and starting to feel sick. And I pulled over on the side of the road and I rang my sister and I said, hey, I'm going to be a bit late to your house tonight, I think. And she goes, why? I go, I feel a bit sick. I've pulled over on the side of the Hume Highway. She goes, what have you had to eat, Billy? And I said, I haven't eaten today, but I've had like 8 litres of water. And she goes, Billy, you're an idiot. She goes, you know you can actually die from that. And I said, nah, I didn't know that. Like, if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have done it. I said, but I've got to go. I'm feeling crook as. I'll see you later. And I hung up on her, and I remember just standing there on the side of the Hume Highway thinking, I can't believe this. Like, this is so ironic. Like, because I've snorted cocaine off a nightclub toilet floor before, and here I am on the side of the Hume Highway about to die of a water overdose. Put that in an Alanis Morissette song, I reckon. Hey guys, I've been Billy Stiles. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Billy Stiles. Cool. That's great. Thank you very much, Billy. And that draws us to the end of the show. So it's time to say thank you to all of you here and at home for watching and tuning in to Tell Us Another One. Thanks for your support. Go out there, support local Melbourne comedy. Jump on Melbourne Comedy Rooms Hub or Melbourne Comedy page. Get on the Facebook pages. Have a look. There's gigs on all over town. You can see the fine folk that have been on the show and even in the past season as well. So go out there, support live comedy as you have done tonight. And also I'd like to thank our sponsors as well. So we'd like to thank Liberati Therapy, Sea Chicken Wines and Ready Set Frost. Thank you. Cool. Great. And of course I'd like to thank the Dandenong Club for looking after all you fine people today, coming out, enjoying the show, enjoying fine food and drinks. Thank you very much. Cool. I'd like to thank the Dandenong Club for having us here and being able to produce our show here from their banquet room. Great venue. Thank you. Good. We're supporting Heart Kids as well. If you'd like to donate to Heart Kids, there is a QR code you can scan into and you can donate to the Heart Kids. It's a charity I've been supporting for many, many years. I actually do magician work when I'm not doing stand-up comedy or carpentry. I've been supporting Heart Kids and looking after the Heart Kids during some of their events. We've got an event coming up, 2 Feet and a Heartbeat. That's coming up, I think, September or October. And they've got Box Hill Train Day. That one's in October. And I'll be there doing magic and balloons, entertaining the children. So I donate my time. And we've got a rattle tin. So if you guys want to give us a kind, generous donation to Heart Kids, that'd be much appreciated. It is free entry, but we sucked you in. It's not free exit. Oh, look out. All right. That's it for tonight. Thank you very much. I'd like to sign off by saying be good and good things happen. Thank you. Good night.